In this video, I'm exploring Pittsburgh, the Steel City. It was once powered by steel and coal, and reinvented itself into a center for tech, healthcare, and education. Founded in 1758 and named after British statesman William Pitt, Pittsburgh became a key industrial powerhouse in the 19th and early 20th centuries. When the steel industry collapsed in the 1970s, the city transformed its economy. Pittsburgh sits where the Allegheny and Monongahela rivers meet to form the Ohio. The city has a lot of bridges, 446 to be exact, making Pittsburgh the bridge capital of the world, with even more than Venice. Downtown Pittsburgh is where the city's energy converges. Modern skyscrapers meet historic architecture. It's compact, walkable, and packed with culture, views, and local flavor. Point State Park marks the very tip of downtown Pittsburgh's Golden Triangle, where three rivers meet and the city's story began. It's a peaceful green space framed by water, skyline views, and history. The park sits on the site of Fort Duquesne and Fort Pitt, key strongholds during the French and Indian War in the 1750s. It was redeveloped in the 1950s as part of Pittsburgh's urban renewal, symbolizing the city's rebirth from smoky industrial hub to modern metropolis. Across the Monongahela River to the south is Mount Washington, famous for its panoramic city views. The iconic fountain at the river's point is 150 foot tall, fed by an underground aquifer discovered during construction. It pumps over 6,000 gallons of water per minute. Across the Allegheny River to the north are stadium and museums. Fort Pitt Museum. Fort Duquesne was a French stronghold in the French and Indian War. After the French destroyed it in 1758, the British built Fort Pitt on the site. The site's strategic location at the meeting of three rivers made it a natural hub for trade and transport, laying the foundation for the city of Pittsburgh. Market Square is the lively heart of downtown. It's a pedestrian-friendly plaza surrounded by restaurants, cafes, and local shops. Laid out in 1784 as part of Pittsburgh's original town plan, it once hosted the city's first courthouse, jail, and public market. A famous local sandwich shop that's been around since the 1930s. PPG Place is one of Pittsburgh's most striking landmarks. Completed in 1984 for the Pittsburgh Plate Glass Company. The six-building complex features over 19,000 reflective glass panels that showcase the city's skyline in every direction. The Duquesne Incline is one of Pittsburgh's most iconic sites. You can park nearby and walk up to it easily. The statue is called the Point of View and features George Washington and a Native American leader. Duquesne Incline Station on Mount Washington. It's a small historic building with ticket office and a tiny museum showcasing the incline's history. Opened in 1870s. $5 round trip. The most famous panoramic views of downtown Pittsburgh, the three rivers, and surrounding bridges. Classic red wooden car. The vintage cable car moves slowly enough to enjoy the view, but steeply enough to feel the thrill of ascending nearly 400 feet. Look out the windows for unique angles of downtown, Heinz Field, PNC Park, and Mount Washington's wooded slopes. This is one of Pittsburgh's most photographed experiences. The city has become an innovation hub, thanks in large part to its two major universities. Carnegie Mellon University is a world-renowned hub for technology. Sculpture walking to the sky. Founded in 1900 by industrialist Andrew Carnegie as the Carnegie Technical Schools. It became Carnegie Mellon University in 1967, after merging with the Mellon Institute. The campus is also walkable and full of green spaces. CMU School of Computer Science consistently ranks among the top in the world. The University of Pittsburgh, or Pitt, is a historic research university, very close to CMU. Founded in 1787, Pitt is one of the oldest universities west of the Allegheny Mountains. Cathedral of Learning, completed in 1937, is the tallest educational building in the Western Hemisphere and a symbol of the city. I was amazed by its stunning Gothic architecture. Can you imagine studying in this setting? The building houses classrooms, administrative offices, and unique cultural spaces. Going up for sweeping views of Pittsburgh. It has nationality rooms, 31 classrooms themed to different countries, fully decorated to reflect each nation's culture and history. The Early American Room. Cathedral Commons and lobby from above, so stunning and historic. Speaking of innovation, the city is home to the well-known tech company Duolingo. While you can't tour the office, you can still grab tacos at their owl-themed taco spot. For history buff, Pittsburgh History Museum is a must-visit. The first floor houses a selection of historic vehicles. A heavy freight wagon adorned with the Heinz Company logo. A vintage Pittsburgh transit bus that visitors can actually step inside. It's fun to sit inside and see how public transportation looked in mid-20th century. The bus still has period details like old seating, signage, and stop request handles, giving a real feel of riding decades ago.
Buses are the way most people get around nowadays. Pittsburghers still have many fond memories of streetcars. Mention the word streetcar to anyone around here, and I bet you'll hear an interesting story.
Pittsburgh, a tradition of innovation, highlights the city's contributions to steamboat technology. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati Packet Line was a prominent steamboat service that operated between these two cities. It was connecting the industrial centers of Pittsburgh with the agricultural regions of the Ohio Valley. The The steamboat changed how Americans traveled and shipped goods in the 1800s. The city industrial growth was boosted by railroad connecting it to Philadelphia in 1852. Pittsburgh has a rich coal history and its legacy as the Smoky City, when no clean coal technology was available. The city shed its image as Smoky City when switching from high to low volatile coal resulted in 93% reduction in heavy smoke. Carnegie built his steel empire in here, and the city transformed to Steel City.
Andrew Carnegie's legacy inspires a strong.
Another fascinating stop is the Heinz exhibit, a display celebrating the history and impact of Heinz, one of the city's most iconic brands. Giant Ketchup Bottle is an 11-foot-tall structure made of over 400 individual bottles. The 57 comes from the company's famous slogan, 57 varieties. Heinz thought 57 was a lucky and memorable number. He reportedly liked it because it sounded catchy and appealing, not because it matched the exact number of products. A display of more than 100 historic Heinz bottles showcasing the evolution of Heinz products and packaging. Tomato wall sculpture celebrates Heinz's iconic ingredient. Did you know the city was also a major glass manufacturing hub in the 1800s? Many of the Heinz bottles themselves were produced locally. The Frick Pittsburgh is a museum complex built on the former estate of industrialist Henry Clay Frick. It has an art museum with European paintings. Car and Carriage Museum showcases turn-of-the-century vehicles and carriages. Interesting to see a lot of elegant 19th century horse-drawn carriages. The exhibits highlight how the rise of the automobile transformed American life and industry, especially in a city once powered by steel and innovation. Early 20th century automobiles. Beautiful outdoor and indoor green space surrounding the property. Some parts, like the permanent collection and gardens, are free. Tours of the mansion typically require tickets. Frick Greenhouse is a charming Victorian-style conservatory, now filled with seasonal blooms and exotic species. Pittsburgh perfectly blends its industrial past with creative energy today. It turned out to be more worth visiting than I expected. I'll share where to eat and stay in the next video.